in the body, and indeed some of the calcium, a small amount of the calcium is used that way by the body, but for the most part calcium is an electrical substance that cells use to conduct energy, to channel energy, and to create chemical reactions. Calcium is an electrical battery-like substance, and cells are constantly using calcium. In fact, next to potassium and sodium, maybe magnesium, calcium is the most important of the cell minerals, the cell electrolytes, the cell electrical substances, which tells you something very important. When cells become sick, when cells become unable to do their business, remember all disease is cell disease, they're not going to process calcium effectively. That means calcium will start to leak out of the cells. It'll accumulate in the blood. As it goes through the kidneys are filtering the blood. It'll start to clog up inside the kidneys. So you want to regard kidney stones not as a kidney problem, not as necessarily as a calcium problem, but as a cell problem. Meaning that if you have kidney stones, you have an overall systemic bodily biochemistry problem. Probably has a lot to do with digestive issues and probably has a lot to do with blood sugar issues. So the first thing you want to focus on if you're dealing with kidney stones is you want to start to make sure that your cells have the wherewithal to do what they need to do in order to do their business overall. That means you want to eliminate or reduce cell starvation, cell suffocation, and cell toxification. Number one, get yourself on a good nutritional supplement program. Number two, start to stabilize your blood sugar by using more protein and less refined sugars and refined carbohydrates and fruit juices and refined flour products and cereals and breads, etc. Number three, make sure that your digestive system is working the way it needs to be working. That means use the Biolumin Nightly Essence. That means use low residue foods, easy to process foods, soups and juices. Caloric restriction is very important. And then all of the fat metabolizing strategies that we talked about earlier. Calcium requires fats and bile for appropriate processing. So if you have a liver problem or you're not making enough bile, that can all cause calcium problems too. So making sure that you're using lecithin and all the fat metabolizing nutrients that we've talked about in the past. And then last but not least, sometimes vitamin C in high doses can help keep calcium in solution, help keep calcium from precipitating out in stones. High doses of vitamin C, that might help as well. But I'd be focusing on overall toxicity when it comes to, or overall poor health when it comes to the formation of kidney stones, rather than just focusing on the kidneys or just focusing on the stones. That having been said, if you want immediate relief, using high doses of vitamin C may be helpful, but focus on overall health and overall wellness. I hope that helps. John in Michigan.
Thank you very much for
Good deal.
info.
Good deal. God bless, buddy. Have a beautiful day. All right, Patricia in California, what's going on? Welcome to the Brightside. Patricia, do we have Patricia? Hi, Patricia. What's up?
Yes, I'm here. I missed you in Santa Cruz. I had asked you about medications for thyroid.
Did I see you? Were you there, or you just didn't?
No,
what do you mean? You were there?
You were waiting until I finished handing out the things, and then other people got in the way, so I couldn't get back in.
Oh, I hate when other people get in the way. Do you know what? John Sartre, the philosopher, he had a famous quote. He said, "Hell is other people." Did you ever hear that? All right, that's our philosophical quote for the day. What's going on, Patricia? How can I help you?
Well, I have had Hashimoto's diagnosed in about 1985. I was put on, I forget the name of the medicine. Now it's called Levoxyl.
Okay.
And I was advised recently by another doctor who's doing some testings to find out about my digestion and things like that.
Well, that's good.
And I asked about...
That's Hashimoto's. Hashimoto's is most hypothyroidism is Hashimoto's. I think it's like 70 or 80%. And that's just a name for saying an autoimmune disease of the thyroid. As you know from listening to the program, autoimmune diseases are when the body's immune system goes haywire, and instead of attacking the enemy, it attacks itself. In the case of Hashimoto's, it attacks the thyroid. So Hashimoto's and the vast majority of hypothyroidism is autoimmune in nature, meaning that you got a hyperactive immune system, a crazy, going nuts immune system. Levoxyl, for the listeners, is a thyroid hormone. It's a synthetic prescription thyroid hormone. It's like Synthroid. In any case, what you got, you don't need Synthroid or Levoxyl. You don't need a drug. You need to figure out why the heck is your immune system going crazy. Now, Patricia, I can guarantee you, I'm not Psychic Ben on the radio, but I can guarantee you, you must know you have other health issues. You can't just have Hashimoto's. You got to have some joint problems. You got to have, clearly you're going to have digestive problems. You may have circulatory problems. You got other health conditions, because you don't just get autoimmune diseases in one specific part of the body. So what do? This is for all autoimmune diseases, folks. I'm talking multiple sclerosis. I'm talking autoimmune disease of the digestive system. I'm talking amyotrophic lateral sclerosis or arthritis or whatever your flavor autoimmune disease is, Hashimoto's included. Number one, figure out what is getting into the body that's activating the immune system. What kind of foods are you eating that's triggering a defensive response? Simply by fasting, by going on by complete fast or caloric restriction, you're going to start to notice improvements in your Hashimoto's symptoms. That alone will do it. With the thyroid, cruciferous vegetables are sometimes a problem. Soy can be a really big problem with the thyroid, by the way. But focus on digestive issues. Every time you eat a food, write it down in a book. Get yourself a little notebook. Write down what you ate, and then write down how you feel in terms of the digestive system: bloating, gas, nausea, diarrhea, constipation, heartburn, cramping, whatever. Write that down next to the food. If you don't have any symptoms, just write no symptoms. And then gradually, over the course of a week or two, you're going to start to notice certain foods are triggering a digestive response and probably triggering a thyroid response too, and those are foods that need to be eliminated. Get yourself on the Biolumin Nightly Essence. Use the Ultimate Enzymes. Use apple cider vinegar after all your meals, and then get on a good nutritional supplement program that features iodine, features the B vitamins, features sulfur, and a very important and underappreciated thyroid nutrient, the mineral selenium, all important for the thyroid. So digestive health, nutritional supplements, you don't need any prescription drugs for Hashimoto's, Patricia. Hope we helped you out. I'm Pharmacist Ben. That's all the time we have for today. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
Self-reliance, survival supplies, survival skills, national experts. Get it all at the only free-to-attend national event exclusively for preppers. This spring in Tulsa, it's the National Preppers and Survivalist Expo, a must-be-there event presented by American Living. This massive expo will include special guests: David Mays from Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers, plus GCN's own Dr. Joel Wallach via live video conference. Hear Dr. Bones, Nurse Amy, and members of the American Prepper Network, along with many other leading national experts. Learn life-saving tips, CPR, how to handle crisis situations, walk through a bomb shelter, and much, much more. 2 big days, April 5th and 6th at the Tulsa Expo Square in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's April 5th and 6th. Doors open at 9 a.m. with absolutely free admission. Don't miss the National Preppers and Survivalists Expo, America's largest emergency preparedness event. Get your free tickets now. NPSExpo.com. That's NPSExpo.com.
Big business has discovered the preparedness market, and that makes it difficult to know where to go and who to trust. MyPatriotSupply.com is owned and operated by patriots just like you. Has the best prices on storable food, non-GMO seeds, water filtration devices, home canning equipment, survival and self-reliance books, and more. MyPatriotSupply.com has old-fashioned values and the absolute best customer service in the industry. Look for the deal of the day: unique, affordable survival supplies that fit anyone's budget. Get same-day shipping on all orders and free shipping on orders over $49. Call 866-229-0927, 866-229-0927, or visit MyPatriotSupply.com for emergency preparedness, self-reliance, and food independence. Shop with a name you know and a name you can trust. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com.